Hey everybody, it's Lego Jeffo and I'm back with another bootlego build. This one is interesting. It is the Marvel figures that come with the Avengers Tower, but it's just the figures. You don't get the tower. But look how it's labeled. Marvella. Marvella. And look how it says minifigures. Minifigures. It doesn't say minifigures. It says minifingers. Or, no, minifingers. They don't even spell minifingers right. Minifigures. Look how stupid that is. That's how to get around that pesky copyright. So you get 30 figures. You get all 30 of the figures. So if you don't want to spend a lot getting the Avengers Tower, which I do have, but mine's a bootlego, you can buy just the figures like this. And you know what this cost? 30 figures, and one's a big fig of the Hulk. $14. That's all I paid. 14. That's not even $1 a figure. I think it's like 50 cents a figure. 54 cents. It's really cheap. Really cheap to get this. So I'm going to open this up because I showed it on a couple of websites and people wanted me to open it up and build it and see what it looks like. So here we go. Okay, these are the minifigures. You got your Hulk here, which the side of his arm seems to be a different mold that they just painted green. My other Hulk was not like that, and it doesn't have the studs on the back where you put Iron Man to jump on his back or whatnot. So he is different. He doesn't look like the Mark Ruffalo one too much. And here are the other figures. All I have here is 29 altogether because some of the parts weren't there, like the hair for Kevin Feige. Oh no, he has the hat, but the arms for Kevin Feige wasn't there. Some of the arms were missing. A couple of the torso, the pelvic parts were mismolded. So I had to dip into my parts inventory and fix it. So the Kevin Feige, honestly, I just kind of threw him in the parts bin. I didn't bother with him because I've already got another fake one of him. So I'm not even too worried about it. They gave me a bunch of extra hairs and parts that I don't know what the heck they go to. The instructions were just on a sheet, back to back on one paper. And some of the figures weren't even on the sheet. So obviously they need to put all the instructions. It seems like they just took the bags with the figures and parts from the Avengers Tower set they did in fake Lego, bootlego, and they just threw it in a bag and said, here you go. But none of the capes are here. Thor don't have his cape. Vision don't have his cape. Not Black Widow. I'm sorry. The Falcon doesn't have his wings. What's her name there? Wasp doesn't have her wings. So it's just, you know, they're okay. I paid $14 for my bag. And now they're starting to go up a little bit. There's Thor there. Thor came with 2 hammers for some reason. There's some different guns that I don't... Well, some of the guns might go to the Chitauri Warriors. I didn't put their guns on. But there's hair that has no business being in this set. It doesn't show up on the instructions. It doesn't show up on the figures or even the picture. So I don't know. There's some different hair pieces. So at the end, I was so bleary-eyed and tired from doing these. I said, you know what? I'm just going to scavenge and pick through my parts and fix what isn't right. And, I mean, do we really care about a Kevin Feige figure? No. I really couldn't care less. So I just took his parts and threw them in the bin with all my other body parts that I have for the figures. Is it worth 14 bucks? Oh, absolutely. I mean, you do get 30 figures. I mean, even if you might have to fix one or two. I had a leg where the pinhole was too big and the leg would not stay on. It would fall off. And I tried it on different pelvic parts and it would keep falling off. So what I did was I threw it away and I just grabbed the pair of legs that I already had. They were the same color, same pelvic color, same leg color. So I just put that and used that instead, threw the part that was molded wrong out. Threw it away. First figure I built was Hulk. And I've been sitting here for a good hour and a half, 2 hours, because I have a hard time because I'm kind of colorblind and I kept getting some of the colors confused. So, but for 14 bucks, for 30 figures, even if you have to doctor a couple of them up, it's worth it. It is worth it. It's worth $30. 30 figures is worth $14. Even if you can get it for like 20, because I've seen them for 18. Even if you can get them for like 20, it's still a good deal. It's less than $1 a piece. I think mine, but you do the math, 14 bucks divided by 30. It's not, you know, it was like 50 cents a figure. I mean, and again, one of the ones it's a big fig. So those usually go for a little more too. And I know they are BOOTLEGO. I know. They're fakerinos. And like I got a bunch of extra parts over here. Just stuff that I can use or whatever. But some of the extra parts are for the building. And since you don't get the building, you got these parts and it's like, oh. Because they just took the bags with the figures and threw them in a bag and sold it like that. They didn't they didn't bother to do their due diligence and say, hey, I'm going to take these parts out because they don't go with just the figures. And it's like, nope. And that's why you don't get the wings and the capes and all that stuff. Like Scarlet Witch doesn't have her little back of her coat dress thing, whatever she has. That's not there either. There's a couple of figures that don't have some of this stuff. Like Loki doesn't have his cape, you know. Because they just took the bricks, the bags that had the figures, and threw them in. They didn't bother getting a little pouch that has the capes and all that stuff and put it in there too. So just understand that going in. They're not going to be perfect. And me, I'm sure I assembled some wrong because of the fact that I'm colorblind and dyslexic and all that crap. But I did my best to put them together. And I took some liberties because a couple of parts were short and a couple of parts I had extra. And that could be just because of me and how much trouble I had. I mean, not that they're hard, but it reminds me of the first time I put these together. Now, somebody had mentioned that the Scarlet Witch's hair, not Scarlet Witch, excuse me, the Black Widow's hair was too big and the mold was wrong on their set that they got from the Avengers Tower. Well, this one fit fine. It fit fine. I probably got the wrong face on it, but I don't care. The hair I had before was a mold for like a Friends type ripoff, so I just threw that in the trash. And now I have a video of me and my wife building the Avengers Tower, and you know, I did the figures, but the Black Widow's hair with the piece was wrong. It was for a different figure, and I think it was for a Friends, where it has a big notch that it's weird. I can't describe it. But yeah, so again, if you're paying like 14 bucks, 18 bucks, I'd say go ahead and get it. And if you got spare parts, be prepared to probably dig in there and doctor these up to the way you want them. I did sacrifice Kevin Feige, honestly, because I needed better parts, and I was like, you know what? I really don't care. So basically I got like 29 figures, but still. I mean, I had the body parts for Kevin Feige, so I did get a figure. I just didn't get the correct parts, as far as I could tell. And if you're watching this video, you could probably say, well, Jeff, you put these together wrong. And maybe I did. I was getting very bleary-eyed at the end. But I just wanted to do this video real quick this morning. I will post it, and thanks for watching. Bye, kids.